autonomous car in Europe. So this is the call to order of the Sustainability Summit coordination meeting. So, I guess you want to talk about the agenda first?
Yeah.
Go over that, and then we can start like digging into the details of each.
That's probably what it is coming
Oh.
out now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I was
they-
trying to pull it up, but I don't think I have internet access here.
Oh, it's okay. I don't think did Nick send it to you guys?
Send what?
The agenda now.
The agenda that
'Cause it
just shows the
changed.
time.
I can
Here's
do
the,
Oh, I can just do my laptop.
I'm trying to remember if we got an agenda or not.
Well, Joanna actually is here on Christmas break, and she actually made us a really pretty one to
Aw.
send out to the public. And we got Chris Castro to come, the guy you guys just saw on Monday. He's gonna be our keynote speaker. So
Awesome.
it's kind of evolved a little, but yeah, it'll be good to have him. I'm really excited to hear him. I kind of wish I would've gone to that workshop with you guys.
Next year, let's get Martin O'Malley.
Is that guy you took a picture with?
Yeah, the governor.
Oh, governor.
Governor, he was the governor of Maryland,
Oh, I was like,
and he ran for
Governor
president last
Scott.
year.
oh,
But he seemed super, we're like, you wanna come to Satellite Beach?
you're so funny.
I think it could happen.
Yeah, so we have him and we have, I think, the zoo, Keith, I can never remember his last name, is gonna speak about some of their initiatives, and somebody else. Nick handled all the speakers, so. But anyways, he's just running something. And then Joanna went with Zach and kinda like, did not change your PowerPoint, Dave, but they just used a different template.
Yeah, that's fine. That thing was just kind of
Yeah.
just to get my
Okay.
thoughts straight, and we could definitely change that.
Yeah, and I guess I need to still work on making sure that people know the cities that have the boards that they need to say what they're doing. Because while I was gone, I guess Courtney was worried that the save the date thing, like she didn't know who I sent it to.
So how many confirmed people do we have? A lot? I mean, is it?
There's no really, I wasn't really going to take RSVPs or anything.
But do we think we're going to have?
There's a lot of public interest, definitely.
Well, and if anybody's,
I don't know about the other boards.
if they've added presentations, then they must be planning
Yeah,
on
because I
coming.
saw that there were some cities listed, like Melbourne. I think there's like 6 cities.
Well, Melbourne does
including us.
not have any board members yet. They have established that they're having a board, so it's really just like, well, what Courtney did was she asked all the city managers to send us contacts
Yeah.
for who to send them to, so I think only a couple really responded to her, but I'll send it out to,
Yeah, I just want to make sure that we're not doing this and not getting, good attendance.
Right.
I mean, there's not a whole lot we can do about that though.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Thanks. You read my mind. Okay, so all right, let's go over the agenda. So from 5 to 5:45 p.m., there's a pre-summit workshop on creating a sustainability plan. That's Ken Lindeman and Zach. And so we don't really need to get involved in that too much. That's,
Yeah, they're gonna run that.
yeah.
It's gonna be for 45 minutes?
Yeah, they wanna talk to some of the cities about doing that, 'cause a lot of people have had questions on how to
Court-
get there.
Courtney said something about they're going to give them a thumb drive,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to
Yeah.
have
Go ahead.
like our plan on it maybe and some other stuff.
It was
or
like
I don't-
everything that we've done.
Is that what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joanne, did you work with Zach on that a little bit?
We did not into it on the next year.
Okay.
Okay, but you'll have something.
Yeah,
To
so
get
it'll
them.
have sustainable action plan, it'll have,
A
Codes.
bunch of our important
bunch of
documents,
important
yeah.
documents.
She said solar
Yeah.
bids.
Mm-hmm.
And-
I want to get one of those too.
Well, we should have 50 of them, and it looks like I'm gonna end up ordering them from Office Depot, because that's actually the cheapest place to get flash drives, apparently.
Okay.
Whatever.
So yeah, we'll get 50 of them, there'll be 16 gigs, so there'll be plenty of room.
Okay,
All
cool.
kinds of goodies on it.
Nice. So 6 p.m. welcome and introduction. I guess I'm emceeing it and I'll introduce the mayor. So I'll come up with something there to kind of just get everything kicked off, get everybody excited about what we're doing. 6:15, and this is the area that I think we need to spend a little bit of time on today, or just discuss in detail. So it's the presentations and updates by each city with a sustainability board. So right now it says Satellite Beach, and so let's talk about us first. Who's going to give that presentation for us? Do we have somebody? Is it going to be you, Nick, or are we going to, or it should be somebody from?
You to do it, I'll do it.
She wants me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Share.
That's fine. I can do it.
Chairs. I'll be right there with you. Any questions or anything, I'll be there to help.
That's fine. I can do it. I just,
Underneath the table?
Just papers.
Well, still be right.
I mean, it's only, she only has an hour allotted, which I thought wasn't enough time. But I guess it all depends on how many cities are,
Like, you know, from our perspective, I think it's more, we'd like to thank everyone for being here. The idea behind these, or this summit, is to start the conversation. And Courtney made a little note during the conference we were at the other day and passed it to me that said that she wants to create regional goals as well. And I think that that's kind of where we're sitting. You know, first tell everybody, you know, what the sustainability action plan, great achievement targets have been completed, the community garden, the EV vehicles, and go over those kinds of things. And then the other cities, from what I understand, are going to talk more about, you know, what they want to do.
okay.
You know, whereas we can talk about what we have done, they'll talk more about what they want to do.
So that's the big question. We have Cocoa Beach, Indian Atlantic, Palm Bay, Melbourne, and Melbourne Beach.
Cocoa Beach is a yes.
There are
Melbourne,
yes.
right,
Okay.
has responded.
And they have a environmental committee or something like
They
that?
have a sustainability board that's
Okay.
definitely going to be there.
Indian Atlantic?
Haven't heard back from them yet. I had Zach email everybody that draft yesterday. So hopefully today I'll follow up with them again and make sure we get confirmations by the end of the week.
I have a contact from someone on the Indian Atlantic board who specifically asked to be invited.
I will forward you that and then
Okay.
you can email it to them.
Okay.
That's-
Okay, so Indian Atlantic. Palm Bay? What do we know about Palm Bay?
Yeah, they're receptive.
And they're gonna,
Needed formal acceptance from them, but they got the email.
Melbourne?
They don't have a board yet, but they will send a staff.
Okay.
To
And is each one of these individuals gonna have a slide that they're gonna give us, and they're gonna talk about what they're gonna do, or I mean, they don't even have to have a slide, I guess, but,
They just really need to talk for 10 minutes
okay.
about what they want to do, and where they're at.
But we just wanna make sure that they know that we're gonna ask them to,
Yes, yeah.
so we don't, catch them off guard or something and embarrass
Is there
them.
going to be an answer, like a question answer after each one, so we can kind of, they might want to,
At the end, we'll save all
At the
questions
end.
until to the end, and that's
Okay.
going to be the, I don't know what that's called.
Q&A.
Q&A, thank you.
Question.
Okay,
The panel was the.
so Melbourne Beach?
Mel Beach.
Anything from Titusville?
Yeah, I was wondering.
No, they didn't try to fill it yet. I can reach out to them again.
I think we should definitely reach out to Titusville,
Yeah.
because
Huge and up and coming.
they've got some pretty cool things they've been doing, like this, they've been doing a canopy, assessing their canopy,
They got a big bike path thing going on too, which is really cool.
the coast-to-coast connector.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
familiar
we
with
got
that.
Titusville today.
I go up there all the time,
Add
so.
it to the list.
Yeah, so Titusville, so Mel Beach, I knew a guy on that committee, and he didn't seem to, he actually resigned because he wasn't getting support from their,
Well, maybe we could replace one of them.
the
with
city
Titusville.
council. But I don't, that doesn't mean that their board isn't strong, or,
Sure.
I don't know, but yeah, so, yeah, I would say let's definitely try to add Titusville.
I mean, Titusville's getting a, what is it, $2.5 billion. Yeah, they're budgeting that for this place taking off, SpaceX and Boeing, and north of Grumman with all that,
Oh, yeah.
that whole port area access. I don't know if that's part
Oh,
of it.
you
but
talking
it's part
about the
of
logistics center? Titusville Logistics Center?
All that stuff is gonna be
Yeah,
blowing up because it's privatized.
yeah, with the launch schedule going crazy like it is. Although,
Read the
that
news.
last launch, they still know what happened to the Zuma satellite? It just never made it to orbit, or?
What,
Yeah,
SpaceX?
it fell in the Indian.
Yeah, SpaceX said everything they did was correct, but it never separated from its stage or something. I don't know. But anyway, so Titusville, so the other group that is pretty active, but they're not a city, is the Green, her name is Danielle Bowden, and she's with the Realtor Association.
Green Builders?
I think it's like a green committee with the
Yeah.
Space
I
Coast
sent them the
Realtors.
save the date,
So,
but we haven't spoken to them.
who was it that told me that they're coming? Oh, you know who knows them is Dylan.
Yeah, isn't he on the board?
That's what
Yeah.
they said.
But they might, it would, even though they're not a city, they have a lot of influence on builders and things like that. And I think we should reach out to them and have either, her name is Danielle, and I think I have her.
Yeah, you forwarded me her contact.
Okay, so you have it. So,
I sent her the save the date.
Okay.
Or I asked Dylan to, one of the two.
yeah, so if we could just call her and say, hey, can you, or there's another guy on there. What is his name? I'll try to find it. But between the two of them, they've done a lot of stuff with the Space Coast Realtor Association.
I also spoke to West Melbourne.
Okay.
They're gonna be there. They're not gonna
Present or anything.
present or anything, but they'll be there.
Okay, so besides the city representatives, who else do you think are we going to have in the audience?
Well, it's gonna be open to the public.
I've gotten a lot of interest calls.
Really?
I've heard mayor saying, come to the summit. Courtney has gotten calls on it, and I've heard them throwing the date around. I think it will be decently attended.
Okay.
Do you want-
And we're going to have it across the hall in the, they call that the Civic Center?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been the Civic Center for a really long time, sweetheart.
And I think Civic Center, for some reason, I think the DRS
I
Center,
do
but
too.
I don't know why.
Oh.
I've already told people about it. I'm like, come to the community center. I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta correct that.
Do you want to advertise it on the radio, like
Um,
your FIT or something?
I think that's a great idea.
yeah,
Okay,
guess
I'll reach
so.
out to the FIT. I talk to them a lot, so.
FIT, or what about putting it up
You-
on
you
our
need to
Facebook
check with
page?
Boss before you do anything like that.
I will
Just
check it
so you
out
know.
before the.
Just so you
Good
know.
point,
Yeah.
Any communication like that needs to go through the boss.
Yeah.
Good call.
Sure,
Now,
but
what
if it
about-
is approved, I mean, public interest, you know, if we can't get the governments involved, then the public can speak to their governments about getting involved.
Yeah, I mean, let's
Would
double check
get
with
get
them.
approval first, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. And I think we plan to put it
Right.
on Facebook too. I just need to talk to her about that.
No, she told me to create the event. I
Oh.
got to go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
So let's do that. Let's get that out there because it's coming up on
Well, Facebook's usually like 2 weeks after.
February 8th. Is that the
At
date?
8 o'clock, at
Yeah.
6 o'clock.
Any more than 2 weeks is a little too much.
Yeah.
Is that gonna go out on the city and the sustainability page?
Definitely.
Mhm.
I would say so, yeah.
Okay, so I'll MC that. I'll introduce people. So at some point, I guess I'm going to need names of the people that I'm going to call up.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry
Um,
about it.
And maybe a little bit of information about them so I can introduce them properly.
Oh, you want a little quick bio?
Yeah, that would be cool if we could, as you're talking to them, just say, hey, can you, or even just a bio of their board, how long it's been there, maybe,
Well, the individual boards will do that when they do their 15 minutes.
true, okay.
You need the mayor, you need Chris Castro, and who else is, and the zoo.
Yeah, that's true. I will
Those
need,
are the three you really need.
yes, can you get me that, Nick,
Yeah,
then?
gotcha.
Just a little information on who's gonna be presenting from the zoo. I mean, I met Chris Castro, but,
Oh,
Keith,
Keith, thank you.
I just can't think of his last name.
Winston?
Yeah, that's it.
So what are they're just gonna be talking about,
Right there, right there. I witnessed it.
so is an hour enough time for all the cities to discuss?
The panel's gonna be the main focus, the 10 minutes there is just kind of like an intro, getting everybody's juices flowing with like who is from where, and when they ask the question, they'll know, oh, that's Palm Bay, that's Melbourne, so when the audience asks a question, they'll have that like icebreaker, kind of like an icebreaker.
Okay,
Yeah, and then there'll definitely be a lot of networking, I'm sure, afterwards.
yeah.
Yeah.
But if you like try and do something for more than an hour, people are gonna get intimidated.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, I just don't have.
Yeah, I like how we're moving it along to different things, but yeah, that is a good point. And you're right, we need to keep it short and
Oh,
sweet
I
at this
love
point,
it.
because it's
That's
basically,
what I was saying, Lindemann might, it's long-winded, I mean, he can be, 45 minutes.
That's,
Well,
Long
we're
time.
going to have to corral him.
That's
and
what I'm
keep him
thinking.
focused.
I was thinking if you did it in half hour, he might run into the.
Yeah.
45.
well, that
that's a good point.
that's
20 minutes.
pre-summit. The workshop they're doing in the beginning isn't part of the meeting. It's just
Yeah,
a-
that's, yeah.
Pre-ability.
Maybe we can do one of those like clocks with the red numbers.
Yeah.
No, I'll keep track of time and,
Goes in
you
the
know,
red.
The big red is like, oh, you're moving.
That's
left.
political, that's what they have.
I'll keep track of time, and if people start exceeding, you know, I'll
Okay.
move on, but.
So how much time does each city have? Because I've heard 5, 10, and 15.
Well, it's an hour, so that's 60 minutes, and there's approximately 6 people presenting, or 6 cities, so 10 minutes.
And that's their like max time.
Next time.
Maybe less,
Maybe
because
less.
you're gonna have a question and answer session at the end, so
Yeah.
I'll limit them to like 7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah, I would think 10 would be a lot.
And you may want to tell them that too, that's all, you know, it's just gonna be brief, just a quick introduction.
Okay.
And we need to make sure that we're not, I mean, we got a lot of stuff that we could talk about.
For hours, yeah.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
probably just want to hit on, you already have some of that stuff put together, right, that you could give me, that just talks about the community garden and.
Sure. You want a little,
Yeah, I would say come up with maybe five big bullets of stuff that we've done, or maybe we can do 10, I guess, or somewhere in between.
5 is probably enough, just for time wise.
And we
Yeah.
could direct too, you know, like go to our, you know,
Yeah.
Facebook page, website to learn more
Yeah,
about.
and I'm sure we'll bring all our posters and the
Oh.
Gap posters
Yeah.
and everything, and
Yeah.
we'll put big stars or something next to the ones we've accomplished.
Ooh, I like that.
And we're last? We're probably last?
Right now, we're first. Well, I don't know, I mean, it just lists
It's up
us.
to you guys, what you
Yeah.
think at that point, do you want to,
Yeah, either way, I mean, I don't want to, I don't want to embarrass the other cities and make it look like, you know, we're doing all, or, you know,
You
be
said, "Don't be a
egotistical or
showboater,"
anything
then
like that,
okay.
but, so I don't know whether we go first or last, whether that makes a difference, in that
if you go
aspect.
first, by the end of it, you know, you won't be the focus. But if you go last and you overshadow people,
That's true.
so.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You think
too.
first is better?
I think first might be better.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. So then, at 7:15, and we need to have a break in here somewhere.
If it's
Just,
an hour, we're not gonna be able to do it.
no, not after that,
Oh.
but maybe after, before we start the panel or
Yeah,
something?
5.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And we are gonna have refreshments, right?
Yeah,
What are we gonna have?
I haven't discussed that with
Can
the
I
boss
get
yet.
Mhm. So after Chris comes on, that would be an hour and a half or an hour and 45 minutes into the meeting, and at that point, I would think people would want to go to the bathroom or, you know, get something to drink. Because who knows how long the panel is going to last.
The panel.
Probably
then-
limit it to like a half hour, right?
So what is that all about? The panel board of chairs, questions and comments from the public, collectively create regional goal setting. Okay.
The panel, isn't that all the board speaking?
So we're just gonna kind of discuss what we'd like to collaborate on and set some goals?
Yep.
Okay,
And then the community will give you their input, and they'll say, well, I wanna see this, and I wanna see that.
okay,
What are you doing in this city? How can we help my city? I live in the Atlantic and I like Satellites Community Garden, or something like that.
So are we gonna
Okay.
do kind of like a half hour of like the panel back and forth and then a half hour of goal setting? Or are we gonna,
Yeah.
do where someone's at the, dry erase, jotting down ideas that come up as the discussions take place?
There's definitely
So,
jotting down ideas, but then at the end, I think you're right, maybe not half hour, but even just 10 minutes of regional goal setting.
so let's,
Uh,
the initial presentation at 6:15 to 7:15, where each city's presenting what they've been doing or where they want to go. I don't think we should have any question and answer at the end of that.
No.
Because that's all going to be done during the
Just
panel.
like at the event that we went to, they held all
Okay.
questions until
Okay.
after, and that worked out really well.
Okay, so any discussion and public comment, I'm gonna ask people that they hold off on that until the 8 PM. Questions and comments from the public. So Chris Castro is gonna speak on, I guess, just what the city of Orlando's doing,
Yeah.
kinda like what he did at, well, he didn't
Not really too much.
really do too much.
I think he's gonna talk more about how to get the community involved and how the city of Orlando has, what they've been working on.
Yeah, that's cool that she got him to come over.
Yeah.
That's
I
really,
think Nick did that, actually.
oh, you did that?
Dylan helped a little bit.
Oh, cool. Good, nice work on that.
Good teamwork again.
Yeah. And I like the fact that we have this, workshop. Hopefully, we get some people attending that too, because that's pretty cool. Okay, so Chris will speak, or Keith will speak, then Chris will speak. So Keith has 15 minutes, and Chris has 30 minutes or somewhere in there, but
Yeah.
I guess I'll try to limit him to like 15 or 20 minutes and then have a break before the 8 PM starts.
Okay, sounds good.
And you may want to update the agenda to add that 10-minute break in there, or I don't know if we need to put that on there, but. So, what else? You guys got anything? You guys want to look this over?
What exactly is like what's considered a region?
Oh, regional goal setting?
Yeah.
So countywide for us,
Okay.
like
So-
all of our cities in the county coming together to do either a community garden network or a solar co-op with the PACE program to say, hey, Satellite's on the PACE program, it helps us get solar, maybe you guys should get on the PACE program too. And, that kind of thing.
Great.
It'd be really nice if we can get the county there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've been reading that the Jeremy Rifkin
Oh, yeah.
stuff about the third industrial revolution and how he foresees power not being like a pyramid is now. Like you
Right, I like that circle.
won't have
Yeah.
all this top-down type stuff that with the internet age and people producing their own power, the power is gonna be distributed laterally more, he
Right.
thinks.
Yeah.
And what we're doing right here is kind of
It's the beginning.
going in that direction.
Yeah, I mean, every resident gets solar on their roof. Eventually, who knows what FPL's gonna do, but,
Oh, they're gonna resist for sure, but
we'll see how that.
yeah. But it's amazing what, how we defeated their solar emit, their,
Right.
So-called-
And once everybody has power, then they'll have the actual power to.
that
vote
blew me
for what they
away
want.
that we were able to, I think just through Facebook and stuff like that, that they
Yeah.
got the word out that
Yeah.
this,
Yeah, it was-
what FPL was trying to pull there.
There was a couple commercials too.
Yeah, but there was a lot of, FPL commercials trying to tell you that this is great for solar. and
Right.
It would have destroyed solar.
Well, I think that's the thing about, things like this is that the more people,
You gotta take off?
Yeah, I gotta go to another one.
Okay. All right, thanks for attending and
See you.
helping out.
Yeah, happy New Year.
if you do,
We have board meeting, sustainability board meeting on
24th.
24th this month?
Yeah, so I guess if we have anything else, like any final things that we need to talk about.
that.
Yeah,
we can
I'm not
talk-
gonna be at that meeting, sorry.
Okay. Who's running it for you?
Thanks.
Grace is gonna fill in for me.
Okay.
as I was saying, I think the thing about that is that, you know, when you
Yeah,
distribute
you
that, it's more
are.
empowering to people. And, you know, like the way that the electric companies and utilities are run, it's not empowering because people don't really understand it. They don't really have a say in it.
Cut it off.
Um,
Or are we still talking?
I guess that's all. I mean, do you have anything that you want to add? So you're gonna be doing the presentation?
No, she was just putting it together for us.
Okay,
Just like helping with the designs and things, and I'll take the agenda,
okay. Well, I'll,
whatever helps.
I mean, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have, well, I'll have a slide for the city of Satellite Beach, but, at some point, I guess, send it out and I'll look that over. or look
Oh,
over
yeah,
them.
I have
Or
it.
we'll
I
look them all.
just got busy this morning.
And, that way I can get versed on what I'm, community garden and talk to Nick or something.
Yeah,
Um,
we'll get it to you.
All right. Yeah, I guess that's, unless anybody else has anything, then I'll
good
adjourn the
about it.
meeting. All right, thanks for coming, and this is
Adjourned.
meeting adjourned.